Hey, Chris from Codify Academy here. In this video, I want to review some Chrome developer tools. Some you probably already know about, but hopefully I'm going to show you a few new ones. So on any web page, we just right-click to inspect, and that brings up our developer tools. On the top left, we have a button that we can click on, and this will let us select any element we want. So click on it and we can hover over any element. Click one more time and we'll select that element in the Elements tab. On the right, we have the CSS for our selected element. And here we could add in new properties or click properties off or change them. We can also see where these styles are coming from. This one's from main.css. Further down, we'll see default styles from user agent style sheet and then our box model. If you scroll back up to the top, there's an input for a filter. You can just type whatever you want and it's going to filter that. To the right of that, we have toggling an element's state. So for this one, typically we'll need an anchor tag. So we'll use the anchor tag on this download button. We can click on focus and we can see a little bit of style is being applied and it's coming from the user agent style sheet. Now there are ways that you can apply CSS to these pseudo selectors they're known as, but that is for another video. And to the right of that, we have the ability to add classes to the selected element. We can type in whatever we want here and we'll see it automatically adds to the element. And then to the right of that is a plus sign. Click on that and it'll create a selector for you. So if you're ever trying to update or override some CSS and it's not your code and you didn't write the original code, this is the best way to overcome that. Just add a class to the element you want to style, hit that plus symbol, and you got your selector created. And remember, you can always test out CSS in this element.style. Then if we switch to the computed tab, we'll see again the box model here, specifically for this element, and then the properties that are being applied to this element. And on the right, we have the Show All button, which will show all CSS properties. And then we have our Sources tab. So here we have access to all of the original HTML, all of the original CSS. If there's any images or any fonts included here, that's where they're going to be. Sometimes you do need to refresh the page for them to show up, so don't forget that. To the left of our Sources tab is our console. This is where we're going to see files that don't actually load, so you'll get errors like unable to find files here. Next, let's look at the Network tab. So inside of here, you'll usually have to refresh, because this is going to show you how long it takes for our files to actually load up. So at the bottom, we have our load timer, and then we can see we have the name for all the files that were loaded, the type of files we loaded, where they're coming from, how big they are, and how long it took to load. And under the Waterfall tab, we can see a precise breakdown of what exactly took place. Not really too important to us right now, but notice we have this from disk cache thing happening here, and a lot of times that will actually trick you into thinking it's loading a little faster, or if you remember the last video, specifically we're talking about that right now. So what we want to do is we want to go to Google, search this clear cache extension, and then we want to add that to Chrome. I've already done it, so my button is green. Yours should be blue though. Just click on it and should add to Chrome. And here's the icon up here. Let's refresh our page and we should see no files coming from our disk. Awesome, that's it for now. Remember, you can review this video anytime and make sure to practice with your developer tools and explore any of these new ones that I've shown you.